So today is a really exciting video. I am finally showing you guys how I edit my Instagram photos. I've recently created my very own LightRoom presets, and today I'm going to be showing you how they work, how I use them, how I adjust them. So I edit on my computer. You do not have to edit on your computer. I choose to edit on my computer. As you guys know, I'm a photographer. That's just where I'm most comfortable. That's where I feel like I can get the most detailed. That being said, I will also have mobile versions of these presets. For those of you who don't have a computer, or you would just rather edit on your phone, I know it's easier to just, snap a photo and edit it right there. That's why I wanted to make both. That way you can get the most use out of them. You can also use desktop presets on your phone if you didn't know. I have moved over presets before to my phone. All you have to do is, there are many tutorials on YouTube. If you guys want me to make one, I can try. Pretty simple to do. You will just have them on your desktop already, and then you just sync your desktop Lightroom app with your mobile app, and then everything that goes in there, they'll just sync up. One more thing to note, to use these presets or any Lightroom presets, you do have to have a Lightroom subscription. Basic Lightroom subscription, which is the Lightroom app, is $10 a month. So it's not too expensive. Without further ado, let's get into showing you exactly how I edit my photos. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is go in here, and you're gonna have your Rachy Dent presets. If you don't know how to import them, there are so many tutorials on YouTube on how to import presets on both your desktop and your phone. Photo, I'm going to start off, I'm gonna go down the line right here of all the presets. I'm gonna go in order. So, well, except for the black and white, I'll get there. So we're gonna start with clean. Okay, so there is clean. So before, after. And honestly, for this photo, I probably wouldn't do anything to it. I think it is perfect. So that's that one. The only thing I might do is I might take the brushes and go to clarity. And this is how you can smooth out skin. I would just smooth out my lips because they're a little bit chapped. So then I'd take the clarity down a little bit, click close, and boom, and just smooth out my chapped lips. And then if you don't know how to export, you just right click on the photo and click export, and then you can export it. This one for clean darker. So this is just, plain old selfie. I'm gonna use clean darker. So these presets are basically designed to really fit the needs of the photo. I tried to make, I made one, and then I basically made different versions of that same preset, so that if you have a photo that's underexposed or overexposed or whatever, it will be a little bit easier for you to just do a one-click edit. Of course, these are not always going to be one-click edits, though, and that's why I'm showing you this video. So this one, pretty good one-click edit with clean darker. Sometimes I might go in and remove, these little tiny pimples. You can click this tool right here, click heal, and go in, and it will completely, like you just saw, remove the pimple. Let's see. So this one, as you can see, is pretty dark. So using clean lighter, there we go, boom. Use clean lighter, it's gonna lighten up your underexposed images. I might click this tool and straighten out the photo, boom, boom, and you've got a lighter photo. Now this is still dark right here, so what do? So we have these, which are our blacks, whites, shadows, and you can pull up this and see how that's already making that part just completely lighten up. And then you also have these down here where you can play with the same kind of thing, the lights and the darks, and that's how you basically fix that photo. Clean, warm, boom. This one, this is my favorite preset I have made. It's the one that I use on almost all of the photos that I post. So yeah, and then also probably this one is my second favorite. You see how that one just is a lot more vibrant, which is why it's called travel. It's to bring out a little bit more colors. But I don't know, I'm loving the neutral tones lately. So for this one, let's see. So that's without it, that's just with the preset. So for this one, I feel like my skin is a little bit washed out. So I might take the whites and bring those down, and then come down to these other tones and bring down the lights again. See how that just really brings down my skin. And then I might bring in the shadows a little bit, and boom, that photo's done. I probably wouldn't do much else to that photo. So now we have food. So we'll go to this photo of some food. And this one, obviously you don't have to only use it on food. It's just what I called it because I basically designed it around your flat lay photos or your food photos. So that's why it's called that. I just couldn't think of a better name. So this one is definitely going to make your photo a lot more vibrant. It's going to bring out the colors in a lot of food. It's a lot more contrasty than some of the other clean presets. But on this one, I was going to show you black and white. So here's the black and white. It's a very moody, grainy black and white. So yeah, that's how you use that. And then back to the food preset. So those are the first few presets. That's the ones you'll get in the clean pack. Okay, now let's move over to the travel pack. And then there's also going to be a value pack where you can get all, I put 12, but it's actually 13 because I ended up adding one more preset. So yeah. So here I might start off by straightening it. I just like the horizons to always be pretty much straight. It's just a photographer in me. Sunset. So this one, if you use this one on any other photo that is not a sunset, it is going to look crazy. And yeah, so this one is literally made for sunsets, and that's it. So this one, as you can see, the main sunset preset has lots of grain, give you that film look, and it is going to bump up your colors like crazy. And that's why on any other photo that is not a sunset, it's going to look weird. I promise. You're gonna be like, what did she make? Just, this is for sunsets. It's named sunset for that reason. So here is before and here's after. See how much just more vibrant of a sunset that looks. So yeah, on this one, I probably wouldn't do anything. And then we also have sunset no grain. So for those of you who absolutely despise the grainy film vintage look, this is for you. I have completely taken out the grain, and you're gonna get a perfectly smooth, sharp image that does not look like, you know, old or grainy too. And I'm actually gonna show you really quickly what sunset looks like on a different image that is not made for, that the preset's not made for. So here's my other photo that I used clean darker on originally, and here's if you put sunset. It looks crazy, okay? Don't use that preset unless you're putting it over a sunset. It is made for a sunset. I want to be really clear about that because I know people might be like, what? I'm gonna go to this one for travel. This is my sweet little baby. His name's Ryan. So, gonna click on the travel preset, and boom. I posted this on my Instagram. I did not do a single thing other than apply the preset. Let's go to travel blues. So we've got this beautiful blue ocean. I think it's blue enough. I don't think it's really making the colors pop. Come down here to your color saturation and bump up those blues, and you can bump them up like crazy. So yeah, I didn't want to make it too oversaturated because some images, if I make it too saturated, it will ruin the image. So I would rather you have to go in and saturate it yourself a little bit than to ruin, initially like ruin the image, if that makes sense. So next we're gonna take this one of my babies. Again, this is Ryan, that one's Booty. We just took this in some flowers that we saw on the side of the sidewalk. So we're gonna go ahead and stick on travel greens. Oh wait, no, travel darker. Sorry, reset. Reset. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and stick on travel darker. So again, this one is for your more exposed photos. It's gonna bring them down back to a more normal state. Probably not the best example for travel darker because I think generally the exposure is pretty correct in the photo as it is. So it's not the best example, but I just don't have a really exposed photo to show you. So, yeah, there's that. You know, I might take up the temperature a little bit, make it a little more warm. I might bring up the contrast a little bit, and then probably take my lights down a little bit there, and boom, there's your photo. And then of course, if you feel like the grass is a little bit too dull for you, you can totally come down to your color saturation. You can bump that up like crazy if you like the more like bright green grass look. I personally like it somewhere around here where it's not too vibrant, but it totally depends on the photo as well for me. Okay, so now we're gonna go to travel greens. So this one is supposed to bring out your greens a little bit more. This is a photo from Bali. One of the ones that I didn't post, obviously. It's not a perfect picture, but it's a good example. So travel greens, boom. See how that brings out your greens a little bit more. And for this specific photo, I would probably go down to these, bring down my lights, and then bring down my shadows a little bit more. Boom. Before, after. And yeah, I don't know, this travel greens is definitely one of my top favorites that I've made. Okay, so I'm gonna show you one more that I did not even edit in here, and it's this photo. Totally one of my favorite pictures I've taken in Okinawa. Again, gonna straighten the horizon. It actually makes me a little more straight. Okay, so here's my photo, and I'm going to use travel blues. Boom. I adore this photo, especially with the presets. So we got before and after, and then again, my blues here, you know, and these more gloomy photos there, it's already almost not there in this photo. So I'm gonna show you a trick. This is definitely not easy, but when you take the time to do it, it's really neat. So to click on color, and you can pick any color you want. So I'm gonna pick like a turquoisey color, and you're going to paint this on to your area that you want to be that color. And again, I'm not doing the best job at this because I just, I'm not actually editing this picture. I've already done this to the picture, but I just want to show you for example. And if you guys want to see more detail on these kind of editing tricks and, just more depth on how exactly to do it, it will be in my Lightroom Basics course in a few weeks when that comes out. I'm just waiting on a couple of equipment pieces. So then you'll take your eraser and you'll just erase where you accidentally, you know, put blue that it's not supposed to be, because people will notice, I promise. People will notice those little mistakes. You can basically make it as crazy. I mean, you can make it pink, whatever. So this is obviously fake. So I usually bring it down to almost white. And you see that's very subtle. You can click here and see before and after. It's very subtle, but it still looks natural and it still makes the water more blue. Obviously I missed some spots. Like I said, I'm not going into super detailed editing right now. I'm just showing you what I do. One more preset for me to show you guys and edit for me to show you guys. So this photo is obviously underexposed. The palm trees are very dark, almost black. You can't even really see them. So travel lighter. This preset is to brighten up your photo. So yeah, before and after. So, and then here, you know, I feel like it might be a little overexposed here. So what do? We go down to our lights, bring them down a little bit. You know, you can bring up your darks. You know, I still feel like these are a little bit too shadowy, so you can bring those up even more. And then here's your before, and here's your after. So that is how I edit my Instagram photos. There's a little quick overview of what I do, some basic edits that will really help you in your photo editing. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Seriously, if you did make it this far, because I'm pretty sure this was like a 20-minute video, which is probably one of the longest videos I posted, go ahead and leave me a comment that you made it to the end, because wow. My presets are launching on May 17th, 2020. If you're watching this in the past, they're already up and the link's already in the bio. If you are watching this in the present, the day I upload it, it's coming out on May 17th at 12 a.m. my time, which is currently Japan time. These will be digital downloads. You will get them immediately. You won't have to wait for them or anything. Literally as soon as you pay and click checkout or whatever, they will be sent to your email immediately. I am still planning on making a full-on Lightroom Basics course. It's literally going to be the Lightroom Basics. It's going to be going over your panel of controls and what they do. This is for the people who might be new photographers who just don't know Lightroom, because when I started doing photos and stuff, I did not know Lightroom. I literally had to sit there and just mess with stuff until I liked it, and my first few months of photos are embarrassing. I originally did want to put it up the same day as my presets. Fortunately, with everything going on, the equipment that I need to film the tutorial and I keep saying tutorial, the course. The equipment that I need to film the course, not here. And if I'm going to create a course and charge money for it, I'm not just gonna use my phone. I'm not just gonna use, the Apple headphone microphone. It's going to be a legit course that is quality. That's why it's not up. Well, I know so many of you were excited to get to learn, some tricks in Lightroom, how to edit people out. Well, it's coming. It's not here yet. So if you guys enjoyed this video, I tried to go over a little bit of editing in Lightroom so that you guys could go ahead and start using your presets and learn a little bit if you already have presets and you just feel like you're lost on tweaking them. That's how I edit my Instagram photos. Like I said, I gave you guys my top 2 presets that I use mostly on my Instagram. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram right here, and there will be a link in the bio. That's where all of my announcements, links, and everything will always go first. Don't forget to subscribe, of course, for more content. Leave your video suggestions down below. What else? I have so many things that I always forget to say. I think that's all. And then of course, be on the lookout. Eventually, the link to purchase presets and the course will be in this description. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye!
We got everything we need right here.